Well, there's been an interesting tiff between Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas after these two had a split or divorce in their marriage. Well, the debate apparently, as it stands now, is because these two are fighting for custody of their kids, and one is saying that the kid would have to stay in the U.S. The other party is saying that no, the kids would have to stay at New York City. But guess what these two have done so far? We'll find out in this report. This is the Legends of Pinax News. For more news, please do log on to pinaxnews.com. And of course, here on our YouTube platform, we'll be glad. And of course, your thought and comments will be appreciated in the comment section. Let's get into the details of the story now. Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas apparently have agreed to keep the kids in New York City amid their brutal divorce, battle. Now, Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas have apparently come to an agreement to have their daughters, remain in New York as they continue to hash out, their bitter divorce battle. Now, the estranged couple signed an interim constant, order obtained by, daily trends here, that of course prohibits both of them from moving their kids from the state. Now they are scheduled, to appear for a premarital, conference in October. That's 3rd of October this particular year. Now the apparent temporary ceasefire comes just days after the Game of Thrones, alum, sued the Jonas brothers, member to return their daughter to England, where she apparently claimed they denied to raise their kids permanently. Now, attorneys for Turner and Jonas didn't immediately return to the ongoing drama on social media, and they really kept silent about it. But looks like she also alleged that Jonas, was also withholding the third passport to prevent them from leaving. Now, additionally, the actress also said in court documents that she found out about their divorce through the media 3 weeks after they had a vicious argument on Jonas's, birthday. Now, however, Jonas vehemently denied, Turner's allegation and insisted, that he did not abduct his children, and of course, maintained that he and Turner had discussed ending their marriage prior to the split, making headlines. Now, this is an unfortunate legal agreement about a marriage, that is sadly ending. That's what, according to a rep from Joe Jonas, said in a statement. He continues to say that when language like abduction is used, it is misleading at best and a serious abuse of the legal system at worst. The children were not abducted. Joe Jonas filed for divorce from Sophie Turner on September 5th, 2023, after 4 years of marriage. That's what, according to the insider, apparently who spoke to the media, talked about. Now, it also claims that the pair had many disagreements, and the divorce was, at last. At its last resort for Joe Jonas, and of course, he also is seeking to share some parental responsibility with his estranged wife. Now, the children are said to live primarily with Joe Jonas, and the singer is also said to be caring for them pretty much all the time. Now, Turner's penchant, for partying, is believed to have factored into the split, and a source said that the pair have different lifestyle. Now, Turner also is suing Joe Jonas to return their two daughters to England. The actress is also claiming that she found out her estranged husband filed for her divorce through the media. Now, it's become an interesting debate on social media, but in an interesting video, Joe Jonas apparently, told his fans about what really, the state of their marriage was. So let's check out that video that surfaced on social media, where Joe Jonas apparently was addressing his fans at this particular concert. Take a look at this.
I just want to say, look, if you don't hear it from these lips, don't believe it, okay? Thank you, everyone, for the love and support. So, me and my family love you guys.
Well, yes, after he broke the news on his concert, a lot of people also had their various reactions, about this. Let's do check out some reactions that popped up after the two had a split and the conversation that happened after the split. Take a listen.
Things are heating up between Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas, and I don't mean that in a good way. TMZ is reporting that Sophie Turner is at war with Joe Jonas over their two kids, and she says Joe is unlawfully keeping their children in New York City, and she wants them to return to England with her. Apparently, in April of 2023, Sophie says that they made England their permanent home and regularly discussed their desire to raise the kids in the UK and for the kids to attend school there. She not only says that she felt like England was a safe place to raise their kids, but apparently they were both down for that. She had a lengthy passage in her legal docs out toward the US. And that's only because she says in the agreement that in September, when she finished filming, she would return to New York to collect the children and return home to England. But on Sunday, Sophie and Joe met to talk about their separation, and she reiterated her desire to take the kids to England that week. Joe was in possession of the kids' passports and refused to return the passports to the mother and refuses to send the children home to England with the mother. Because he's refusing, she filed legal docs citing an international treaty which deals with children abduction across country lines. She's asking for both because I couldn't imagine living in another country away from my kids. Now knowing that they agreed to this in April and then Joe Jonas files for divorce and all of a sudden somebody around him is smearing her name publicly, I think we get why.
See, I'm always skeptical when couples get divorced and put out a joint statement because here's the messiness that everybody has been waiting for. Now, according to TMZ, Sophie Turner is stating that Joe Jonas is illegally keeping her children in New York City, and now she has cited child abduction laws. Now, it says that Sophie Turner is at war with Joe Jonas over their two children. She says that Joe unlawfully kept their children in New York City, and she wants them to return to England with her. Now, Sophie is citing back in April of 2023, right, when they were still currently married and pseudo-happy, she stated that her and Joe Jonas had made England their permanent home. She also cites that they regularly discussed raising their children in the UK. She also cites that she felt that England was a safer place to raise their children, and they were both down with that plan. She had a lengthy passage in her legal documents outlining the activities in which the kids engaged in England. So basically stating that they have no concept of the United States or New York City, but England is actually the children's home residency and something that they find familiar. Now, Sophie did cite that she knew that Joe Jonas would be touring in the United States and that she would be getting some work projects done in the United States, but nonetheless, England is her children's home. She goes on to say that after she had filming what she was filming, I'm not entirely sure what project she was getting into, roughly around September, that while they were in New York, then they would be returning the kids back to England. Now, here's where it gets messy, because she stated that this weekend when she had talked to Joe about, they're so messy. They know they be talking through their publicist through TMZ, but nonetheless, she stated that when she had talked to Joe about taking the kids back to England, he's actually in possession of the children's passports. And when she asked for them, he refused to return them to her. Now, TMZ goes on to say that based on Joe's alleged refusal to return the children and their passports, she filed these legal documents in federal court citing a Hague Convention, which is an international treaty which and when she asked for them, he refused to return them to her. Now, TMZ goes on to say that based on Joe's alleged refusal to return the children and their passports, she filed these legal documents in federal court citing a Hague Convention, which is an international treaty which deals with child abduction across country lines. She asked the court order and demanded that Joe produce the passports and return the children to her, because she's not about to play about hers. She's not about to. Okay, so Sophie said, I'm not about to play about mine. Give me the kids and the passports. Now, here's where the T kind of sums it up. And shout out to Sophie Turner, because she said, look, I'm not about to play this, oh, he's a nice guy, yada, yada, yada. She is speaking it loud and clear. She says that the split occurred because they got into an argument on August 15th. She said by August 1st, Joe Jonas had filed for separation, but she found